Remember the Alamo, a story of courage and sacrifice. In the heart of Texas, in a city we now call San Antonio, stands an old, weathered mission made of stone. It's called the Alamo. Long ago, this quiet mission became the setting for one of the most heroic and stirring tales in American history, a story of immense bravery in the face of impossible odds. Our story begins in 1836, when Texas was not yet a part of the United States. It was a rugged and wild territory, a part of Mexico. Many American settlers had moved to Texas seeking a new life and a fresh start. These brave pioneers, known as Texians, cherished liberty and the right to govern themselves. However, the ruler of Mexico at the time was a powerful and stern general named Antonio López de Santa Anna. He wanted to crush their independent spirit and bring Texas firmly under his control. The Texians decided to fight for their freedom, and the Texas Revolution began. In the town of San Antonio de Bexar, a small group of Texian soldiers took refuge inside the walls of the Alamo, turning the old mission into a makeshift fort. There were fewer than 200 defenders inside, a small number to face a massive army. But what they lacked in numbers, they made up for in courage. They were led by three remarkable men. There was William B. Travis, a young and determined lawyer who, at only 26 years old, was the commander of the fort. He was passionate about the cause of Texas liberty and had a fire in his heart that inspired all who knew him. Then there was Jim Bowie, a famous and rugged frontiersman known throughout the land for the large, fearsome knife he designed, which came to be called the Bowie knife. He was a tough and respected fighter, and his presence gave the men confidence. And finally, there was the legendary Davy Crockett, the king of the wild frontier. A former congressman from Tennessee, Crockett was a skilled storyteller and an expert rifleman, famous for his coonskin cap and adventurous spirit. He and his small group of Tennessee volunteers had come to Texas to help in the fight for freedom. Soon, General Santa Anna arrived in San Antonio with a massive army of several thousand soldiers. They surrounded the Alamo, and for 13 days, they laid siege to the fort. The Mexican army bombarded the thick stone walls with cannon fire day and night. Inside, the brave defenders refused to surrender. Colonel Travis knew they were vastly outnumbered and that their chances were slim. He penned a powerful and stirring letter to the people of Texas and the world, a plea for help that has become one of the most famous messages in American history. He wrote, "I shall never surrender or retreat. Victory or death." He sent messengers on horseback, hoping they could break through the enemy lines and bring back reinforcements, but none would arrive in time. As the days wore on, Jim Bowie became gravely ill and had to command from his cot. But his fighting spirit never wavered. Davy Crockett, with his cheerful stories and deadly aim with his rifle Old Betsy, kept the men's spirits high, fighting bravely from the walls. In the cold, pre-dawn hours of March 6, 1836, the final attack came. Santa Anna's soldiers stormed the Alamo from all sides. The outnumbered Texians fought with incredible valor. The thunder of cannons and the crack of rifles filled the air as they defended every inch of their fortress. The battle raged for about 90 minutes. In the end, the sheer number of the Mexican army was too great. The brave defenders were overwhelmed. Every single one of the Texian soldiers, including Travis, Bowie, and Crockett, fought to the very end and gave their lives for the cause of Texas liberty. When news of the fall of the Alamo spread, it did not crush the Texian spirit as Santa Anna had hoped. Instead, it ignited a fire in the hearts of Texans everywhere. The heroic sacrifice of the men at the Alamo became a powerful symbol of courage and the unyielding desire for freedom. Just a few weeks later, a Texian army led by General Sam Houston surprised Santa Anna's forces at the Battle of San Jacinto. Their thunderous battle cry was, "Remember the Alamo." Inspired by the memory of their fallen heroes, they won a swift and decisive victory, securing independence for Texas. The heroes of the Alamo did not die in vain. Their valiant stand remains a timeless and stirring tale of ordinary people who, in the face of impossible odds, chose to stand and fight for the precious idea of liberty.